Yes, people, welcome to another F1 video of mine, people. F1 back again with the Spanish qualifying that's happened in the last hour or two. By the time you're watching this, I know it says 31 minutes ago. But yeah, Oscar Piastri on pole position, back on their three purple sectors in the final run. Very, very good lap. 111.5. Can't really say anything else. I mean, that was a perfect lap. Norris was on provisional pole on the first run. He did get a little toe from Piastri, who said it was cheeky. But we can see 2 tenths, massive difference. His last lap, he tried too hard. I think he overcooked the first sector, especially, and the tires were wearing out by the time he got to the middle and third sector. So, Oscar Piastri on first position. Everyone tuning in, man, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. Very happy for Hamilton, who ended up in P5. I don't know why it says P9. Maybe that's a different run or a different image. Yeah, that must be an old image. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton had two fresh tires. Leclerc had one. That's why he only done one run in the Q3. Verstappen and Russell had the exact identical timing, but because Verstappen done it first, he keeps P3 and Russell goes P4. Russell was annoyed about the first run where Antonelli could have given him, the toe, and he thought maybe 2 tenths extra would have been there for the first run to be on provisional pole. But I don't think it made a difference. Obviously, Piastri had a fantastic lap overall and was going to be on pole. We do know that Nico Rosberg was in the punditry today for Sky Sports, and he was very, very clear about Lando Norris overthinking about pole position. He had it under his belt, and in the last lap when it mattered, pressure has got to him again. But I don't think he can be too angry. He's obviously been winning the races recently. He's closed up the championship to Piastri, and he's in P2. It's not the worst. Verstappen doesn't look fast. Hamilton doesn't look fast. Russell doesn't look fast, and Antonelli isn't going to be fast. So I think he just needs to focus on Piastri, take the long race, and see what happens from the pit stops. But obviously, we know what happened 9 years ago. Nico Rosberg, no surprise that he's in the pundits today. Him and Lewis Hamilton had collided in turn 4, I think it was, 2016. The famous crash, Niki Lauda obviously saying, I think it was Hamilton's fault at the time. But that is where Max Verstappen won his first race, I think on his debut as well. So, maybe we could see something happen again. But we do know Verstappen is not shy to take that risk in the first corner. He is willing to take everything, what it takes to get that first position, especially in the first corner, and hold them up for as long as possible. So I would not be surprised if Piastri and Norris are focused on each other, and then we suddenly see Max Verstappen take it in the inside or go around the outside or something. I will not be surprised. I'm here for it tomorrow. I'm excited to see it. I know I'm wearing a Mercedes top and that. I bought this from Singapore 2018 for Hamilton. But obviously, I'm kind of supporting Ferrari at the moment with Hamilton in P5. So yeah, hopefully he can try and get a podium. Very unlikely, but you never know what can happen in F1, especially if people do crash. So let's see what happens with that one. And Alonso, he was excited initially on provisional P5. Obviously, he's had a very, very tough time this season. No points this season. The last win was in 2013, I think, in Spain as well. So it's been a very, very long time. They even made quotes about Jupiter going around in 4,430 days. I can't remember the exact number, of course. But if you got Sky Sports, you know what I'm talking about. They came up with some bizarre quotes that I didn't think I would ever hear. So, yeah, that's it, really. It was a good Q3 from everyone. Verstappen third, Lewis Hamilton fourth, and then obviously Russell takes fourth. Exact time, 3 decimal places, but it's fourth because Red Bull Verstappen put it first. Second time Lewis Hamilton has outqualified his teammate, so it's a good thing. Impressive final lap from Hamilton. That is good, for sure. Yeah, so that's what Nico Rosberg was saying about Lando Norris overdriving on his last lap. It was in his head. Lando was overdriving from turn 1 onwards. You can see him snapping the car, overcooking it. And on the exit, always coming off the line. Piastri is so solid. He always delivers no mistakes, whereas Lando is a little bit the opposite. He also talks about getting therapy, which is what I want to see now. Yeah, Norris should get, some psychological help for his performance. From my point of view, he needs to work on his mental side. We all work hours and hours training up bodies. I don't know if Lando has a mental coach. Does he work with a psychiatrist or not? He definitely should be. He definitely should, because there's so much value in that. I worked with one just to help us understand the best possible approach. I did 2 hours every single day leading up to the season. It was more difficult than physical training. It was insanely difficult and extremely valuable. Uh, Lance Stroll under investigation, failing to follow race director's instructions. I think that there's a lot of hate against him on social media, and I get he's not everyone's favorite. But another thing is forced. I'm going to be the odd one out here and say that. Norris making mistakes under the highest of pressure. Oscar's lap was beautiful, perfect under the highest pressure. He always delivers maximum of his potential. Lando's lap from turn one onwards, he overdid it. He went wide, went offline, got extra snaps, and that resulted in 2 snaps down. Probably was in his head today. Unfortunately, we see over and over from Lando that when the pressure is the highest, we see these little mistakes creeping in. So here we have the lineup. He will Piastri a 1:11.546. Lando Norris 2 tenths behind, just over 2 tenths. Verstappen just over 3 tenths. Russell identical times, just over 3 tenths as well. In P4, Hamilton just under 5 tenths. The Ferrari struggling massively. We were all talking about the new changes for this flexi wing and stuff. It made no difference. In fact, he actually made McLaren more faster. If Verstappen just about got just under 2 tenths extra than Hamilton, it clearly shows you that McLaren on a different level, basically. But it's good to see Hamilton up there, P5, and hopefully he can try and make something happen in P3, P4 and in the first couple laps, depending on how the first 3 do. But I definitely know Verstappen is putting it in that first corner. I don't know how, I don't know where, but this guy is not going to let it happen. Like, let the race go in the first corner. And I think Piastri and Norris need to discuss about that, because in the end of the day, you don't want this guy to be, winning the race when 2 McLarens either crash or have an issue or punch or whatever. But something is definitely happening tomorrow. I just got a feeling, and I'm gonna rewatch this review and be like, "I told you so." You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. Obviously, I'm back on Worldwide Chelsea for the Chelsea content every single day as well. So we got Worldwide F1, we got Worldwide Chelsea, and we've got more stuff coming up very, very soon. So make sure you guys tune in. I should be doing a race review tomorrow. It should be more exciting than Monaco. So make sure you guys tune in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, the views are doing good on here, but we need to see more subs, man. I'm only saying 8 subs. I haven't really plugged it to anyone to follow. I can get hundreds of people to subscribe, but they're not interested in F1. So what is the point of me plugging that? I need natural. So let's keep pushing. Hopefully people come across this one, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.